welcome to my channel Zen Within Me. Okay, today's reading is going to be for my darling Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and this is the end of year financial reading for you. So this is going to cover October, November, December of 2021, or if you happen to come across this reading outside of that time frame, it's okay. This message is still timeless and will come to you when it's meant to. So without further ado, my darlings, let's get into it. Okay, guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, and ancient gods, please give me clear and concise messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising regarding their career, finances, and money for October, November, December 2021, or whenever this message finds you. Okay, now I'm going to be pulling a lot of cards here from many different decks, so stay tuned. I guarantee there's going to be at least one card that is a message for you, Taurus, okay? All right, so let's see. What do we have here? Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so for some of you, I'm seeing here so we have the Seven of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is a very firm foundation, all being well in your world. This could be an inheritance coming in, a large sum of money, wealth, abundance, security, whatever it is. This is huge financial stability. Okay, now if you already have this, I feel for some of you, you're feeling a little defensive, like you're feeling that you need to protect your money, or you need to protect your investments, or you need to protect your job, however it resonates with you. So you might be feeling a little defensive of what you have, and you feel the need to hold on to it. Okay, for others, I'm getting here that you're feeling the need to be more independent when it comes to finances. Okay, I'm seeing that some of you may have an opportunity to go out on your own and do something that's going to bring you a big payoff financially. All right, so if you're interested in going out and doing something, maybe making an investment, and you might be feeling a little bit defensive because you're not sure if it's the right move, go forward. It's going to pay off. Okay. All right. So let's see. What other messages do we have here for Taurus regarding their finances? Okay. What messages do we have for Taurus regarding their finances? Okay. So if you're into crystals, pay attention to the crystals that also come out. You might be guided at this time to use these crystals to assist you financially. All right, we have clear quartz and soul connection crystals. So we have purification and lovers coming through here. Okay, so definitely time for a cleansing. If you're feeling defensive for whatever reason, you might be in a toxic work environment, or you might have just been on like a bad streak. You need to do some cleansing. Okay, you definitely need to purify. I'm hearing your mind. Like I feel for some of you, you have clouded thoughts, and that could be another reason why you're feeling defensive. You're not thinking clearly. You're not seeing things clearly. Your judgment is clouded. You're not seeing the big picture. But for some of you, I'm not feeling the big picture is the right way to describe it. Like tunnel vision. You're so stuck on seeing things a certain way, like almost kind of like being stubborn, that no, this is the only way, that you're actually closing your mind off to other possibilities, other opportunities, or other ways of doing things. And that could be why you're being so defensive. So if other people are saying, well, why don't you do this, or why don't you do that, why don't you try this, why don't you try that, some of you might be stuck like, no, it's this or nothing. It's the only thing I think of. It's got to be that way. There is no other way. And you're just kind of stuck in that mindset. So clouded judgment, you have to cleanse. Purify your mind. Get rid of that foggy brain. Get rid of those clouded thoughts, because it's preventing you from this big payoff of whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. Now with lovers here, this could be something that you're doing with a partner. Now, this could be someone that you're in a relationship with. I'm also feeling that this could just be partnering up with somebody that you love. Okay, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. So for some of you, it can be, and for others, it's just like going into business with a friend, or working with somebody that that you trust. Okay, so it's like you have a good connection, a good vibe. You guys think on the same business level, so it's like, oh yeah, we can collaborate because we're of the same when it comes to this. Okay, so I'm also seeing that for some of you. So see, like I'm saying, there's a lot of things that are being answered here. So just keep in mind, stay open-minded as you watch this video for this reading, because this might be the only thing that resonates with you. The whole story might make sense for you, excuse me, or just bits and pieces of it as we go along, okay? So let's see, what other messages do we have for Taurus? Okay, now, you guys are silly. I'm not going to take all those cards. That's like a third of the deck. Yeah, ha ha ha. I hear you guys laughing. Yeah, happy Halloween. I love my guides. They know they can joke around. I get a joke. It's fine. Okay, so what... You guys are doing it again. What messages do we have for Taurus regarding their finances? What else does Taurus need to know? Okay, so you might be going on a trip. There might be some travel here. Let me just go and refer to my book because I don't read these cards as often as I would like. So let's see here. We have, yeah, travel. Like I said, important travel. Let's see. If the ship is supported by cards relating to business, expect an improvement in your affairs, an increase of luck and fortune, okay? So this could also represent like your ship coming in, which this is, again, is like a representation of the Ten of Pentacles here. So just confirming more, this may involve travel, a trip, business trip, or just your ship coming in, okay? So now let's see. I'm going to use my initials, traits, and features oracle cards here, which you can purchase at my website, zenwithme.com, or my Etsy shop, Zen Within Me, for $25. And then I also have the timing stones if you'd like. These are $15, both on the websites I mentioned, but only the combo of the cards and the timing stones for $35 are on zenwithme.com. Okay, so let's see. Who are you involved with here? Who is Taurus involved with financially here? So let's see, who might you be doing business with? Now, this can be the letters of a person, their initials, or the company, the city they're in, the street address, the name of the company last shuffle. Or if you're looking to make an investment, this may give you some letters as to the name of what it is you're trying to do. Okay, so we have C, T, and V. So I'm just going to leave those letters up to you to determine what they mean, who they are. And if you don't have a letter that comes out, it's fine. Just keep watching. I told you, I guarantee that there's a message for you. I'm pulling from like 10 to 15 different decks here. All right, we already got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's see. What messages do we have for Taurus regarding their finances? Okay, thank you so much. Rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap and get some rest. All right, so some of you are overworking yourselves here and you need some downtime. And then we have helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. Okay, so you have somebody that has reached out to you already to assist. Maybe, like I said, that partnership, a friend that you're very close with. Maybe they've offered to do something with you, like, hey, let's work together, we can collaborate, yada, 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 like I said before. So this person wants to help. Maybe you should take them up on their offer, okay? Maybe it's time for you to go on a trip, or, you know, stop being defensive if you keep turning them down and actually check it out. Look more into it. Take it seriously. You might surprise yourself because that can be a big payoff for you. Okay, let's see. What other messages do we have for Taurus? Last shuffle. Any messages for Taurus regarding their finances? Okay, thank you. Speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. So for some of you, this might be something that you should be looking into. Okay, let's see. Okay. We have here, what else could this mean? Okay, there are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Okay, so today's soul action for you. Is there something your soul is calling you to learn in this moment, or is there a pattern that is ready to be broken? Walk in the other person's shoes and see it from their perspective. If it doesn't involve someone else, ask yourself, how is life happening for me right now? Okay? So you guys need to ask yourself that question. What is preventing you from moving forward? Why are you being so defensive here? What are you afraid of? Some people are afraid of change, but sometimes change is good. Okay, last shuffle. Any messages for Taurus? Okay, thank you. And then we have this deck here. I'm just going to pick a card. And we have Distill Yourself and the herb Thyme. So look up thyme, or this might be a time for you to use thyme. This may be an herb that is speaking to your soul right now that will help you in some way. Distill yourself, okay? Also, I'm hearing the time has come. Like this could just be time is coming through, not just as the herb, but now the time has come. It is time. And it's very interesting here. I'm told to go back to this card. There's a maze here, and I feel like for some of you, you're in this maze of uncertainty, this fear of change. And that's why you get defensive, because you're afraid to move forward and have this change. You know, for some of you, I feel that you've had so much control in your life. You're always the one that determines what happens next. But for you to go into the unknown, you don't know what's going to happen next. And then that affects your control of this change. And I feel that you're too afraid to give up the control. Even though in reality, even though you change your life path, you're still in control of your life. You choose what you do next. So it's all interpretation, you know. What else could this mean? It's also how you look at things. So if you're looking at it as, I'm afraid of the unknown, I don't know what's going to happen, I feel like I don't have control. But you do have control. You're changing things, but you still have control. You can control the change, okay? Even though you don't know what's going to happen next, you really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow where you are now. You know, you can get fired. Something can happen, you know, like you really don't have any control of the future, whether you're in this comfortable situation you're in now, or if you decide to uproot yourself and do something elsewhere, or, you know, like invest in something or start a new business or whatever it is that you're looking to make a change. Even in your life now where you think you have stability, you still don't have 100% control. You have the same amount of control in your life as you watch this that you would if you had a change. It's the same. It's just you're manipulating your own mind to think otherwise because you're comfortable, because you're familiar with what you have and where you are at this point. But you still have no control over tomorrow and what happens. Just like if you were someplace else, you still wouldn't have control over tomorrow and what happens. So if you put it that way, then, you know, I would like to have the thought that it helps you see things differently, change your perspective a little bit so that you can then go, oh, okay, you know what? I'm a little less afraid now to dip my toe in the water because I really don't have 100% control anyway. So would I rather try or never make an effort and never know what could have been, you know? All right, so let's see. What other messages do we have for Taurus? Okay, what other messages do we have for Taurus? I couldn't do that again if I tried. Well, thank you, guides. I appreciate it. I see you too, man. You guys are cool. I love you. Seeing. Okay. And before I read anything down here, they're just telling me, seeing the big picture. Open your eyes. See that things can change, that you can be happy, that you can move forward. Like you need to, like they're literally telling me you need to open your eyes, remove the veil. You're not seeing things clearly. And I said this earlier in the reading. You need to open your eyes, see things clearly. Perspective. What were we just talking about? Perspective. And you saw how that came out. So I'm shuffling in front of you. I'm not pulling these cards out, okay? I am connected to my guides, and you see, because they're very humorous, like we have a very good connection. Perspective, truth, knowledge, and clarity. So like I said, perspective and clarity. I feel you're not being truthful to yourself. To thine own self be true. You are not being honest with yourself. Like you are actually closing your eye on purpose, because some of you, you're just too afraid, too defensive of that change, of that fear that you have. It's like crippling for some of you, and you're preventing yourselves from, this happiness and abundance. You really need to cleanse yourself of that. And in turn, for some of you, I'm being told, you take these steps forward, it may bring you love. So if you're not in a loving relationship right now, it could be because you're too close-minded. You're not seeing things clearly. You think you are. And certain things you may be, but not in what you're looking for. Like you're kind of lying to yourself. Okay, oh, look how cute. We have Llama. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. Archangel Shemuel. Okay. And then we have Cow. Give with unconditional love and grace. Archangels Raphael and Mary. And since we were just talking about bringing love towards you here with the lovers here, look at this. Do you see this? They're confirming more that for those of you that may be looking for love as well, it's not going to happen until you open your eyes and you see things clearly and you're more honest with yourself. Okay. Okay, let's see. What other messages do we have for Taurus? Okay, thank you. So we have you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So if you're looking for timing, look to see when is new moon in Cancer. It may also just be the next new moon phase, but you and your loved ones are safe. So for those of you afraid to take the leap, if you have a family and you're like, well, I have to be concerned about my family, what if it's the wrong move? You guys are all protected and safe, don't worry. And a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Okay, let's see. What other messages do we have for Taurus? What other messages do we have for Taurus, please, regarding their finances, career, and money? Okay, last shuffle. Okay, thank you. Okay, big happy changes. We have here and the Ten of Pentacles, big happy changes, both being confirmed here. Now, I have the answer to a yes or no question here. So I want you to take a moment, pause the video if you need to, take longer time, but I want you to take a moment and think of a yes or no question. Okay? Again, pause the video if you need to. I don't want you to feel rushed. So think of a yes or no question. Ready? Yes or no? Yes. Your answer is yes. Okay. Address your addictions. Okay, so for some of you here, I'm feeling in particular that I mean, this could be any kind of addiction, but I'm feeling here your addiction is to power and control, because that's what's been coming out strongly in this reading. You you want to have that power, that control. Now, I'm not saying you're unbearable. I'm not saying you're an ogre or anything like that, that you're trying to rule everyone. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm saying you like to have things your way. You like to do things your way, and that you're addicted to power and control. And you need to let it go more often than you do. Okay. Cleanse yourself of that addiction. Okay. Those of you that resonates with, you'll know what I mean. But address your addictions. And also keep in mind, nobody else is watching this. Nobody, okay, people are watching this. Let me rephrase that, because somebody might be like, huh? Let me rephrase that. Right now, it's just me and you. And everybody that's watching this, it's individually just me and you. You have your headphones on, or you're home alone, or you're just watching this by yourself in private. This is between me and you. So nobody else that's watching this, like, you guys can't look at each other on the left or the right and see, oh, did they know that she's talking to me? No, nobody knows that. I mean, unless you go and you comment something and you give yourself away, nobody knows. But if you do that, that's okay too. Some people, they like to keep things private, and there's nothing wrong with that. So just keep in mind, because I know with this in particular, it's sensitive to people. And addressing your addictions and admitting you have a problem or an issue, for some people, is a sign of weakness. Like, no, I don't have any problems. I'm strong. I'm tough. I'm fine. I'm good. No, everybody has weaknesses. Everybody has issues. Nobody is perfect. So if you are that person that's going to see this and go, oh, no, that ain't me, you're not opening your eyes. You're not being honest with yourself. Okay. And where was that card before that said be honest? Something, I thought I saw something here that said to be truthful. Unless that was just my guides that were revealing that message with you before. But, yeah. Address your addiction. See the big picture here. Okay. Nobody knows but you. All right? Okay. What messages do we have for Taurus regarding their finances, career, and money, please and thank you? Okay. All right, so you got 3 cards here. Okay. So for some of you, this is karma. You're dealing with a karma situation. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Okay, so you may have had issues in the past life, and now this is your karma to resolve them. And I feel for those of you, it's opening your eyes, addressing your addictions, your issues. Okay, worth. We have worth here. You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. I feel this is you feeling worthy. Okay. Self-worth. So for some of you, this is a self-worth thing. Like, financially, you're set, oh, okay, but I'm trying to word this the best way. Because we have a lot of love connection coming out here, you might not feel you're worthy in love. And so you dive more into the finances, and that could be why you have controlling issues. And again, I'm trying to find the right words to explain this. Controlling issues and dominating. You feel you need to be dominant sometimes. And I feel because it's like your money has never failed you. Your finances have never failed you. Taurus people tend to be financially stable and grounded. So I feel if you're having issues with love now, this is because it came up in the reading that I'm addressing it. Um, because you have control of your finances, you have control of your money, like you know your self-worth financially, and you know you have a lot to offer in the love department, but because of sometimes the way that you come off, again, this comes to the controlling part, dominating and controlling, because you're used to having what you want. Because the reality is, when somebody has money and they buy what they want when they want, and they have their financial stability, you become a certain way. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. I've been on both ends. So I've had nothing at one point in my life, and now I'm in a position where I'm fine. And it's okay to be there. It's okay to, oh yeah, I'm doing well, I'm fine, I'm comfortable. You know, um, but then you don't realize that your mindset has changed. And so somebody else that may not be that financially stable may view you as being dominant and controlling. And so that might be where there's an issue in the love department, since that had come up. Okay. So you know your worth, but you just have to see things from the different perspectives. See the big picture. Open your eyes, address your addictions. Like, you might, some of you might be kind of like a know-it-all because things have always flowed for you easily, and you may do a lot of research and stuff like that. But when you tell somebody else, well, why don't you do this or why don't you do that, it may come off kind of like arrogant, you know, and maybe a little condescending, depending on the tone you use, you know. And then so that could be considered a turnoff. Okay, so you might want to just be mindful of that, you know. Just be mindful. Okay, and that's not for everybody. That's just for whoever that resonates with, but that is definitely coming through. And then we have liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So once you deal with your addictions and you open your eyes and you see the big picture, put yourself in the other person's position if there's another person here. But you just need to get that clarity and truth for yourself. Don't be so defensive. You need to liberate yourself. It's going to be very liberating once you say, oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, I could work on this. I can work on that. I see what she's talking about here. Yeah, okay, I do tend to do that a little bit. I didn't realize, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't see that perspective of it. But now that she mentioned it, okay, I can kind of see where I may, on occasion, say or do things like that. So, okay, I have to now be mindful and take care of that. Okay. Okay, so that's it. I went through all those cards. All right, so those are your messages, Taurus. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, watching, and subscribing. The links are down below if you'd like to make any purchases. There's also my beautiful merch shop there. Buy some merch. Be zen within you. Peace and love, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Zen Within Me, and thank you for tuning in to see about the closeout products. Okay, so I have here my bath salts. The spell work is already put into the bath salts. Okay, so these are not just bath salts with essential oils. The spell work has already gone into every single one of these packages of bath salts. Okay, that's why the price is a little bit higher than like regular bath salts. But I'm putting in my energy into other facets of my business, other creative outlets. So for now, I'm going to close out the bath salts and the fragrances. So I want to give you guys an opportunity to purchase them before the holidays come and everything just gets bonkers crazy. So I've deeply discounted the fragrances already from $30 to $15 each. So these are already 50% off. Okay. The price on the website already reflects the discount. The bath salts, now Nefertiti is 8 ounces, give or take a little. Enchanted, this is the money bath salts. This is a 7¼ ounce, give or take. Goddess Love and Attraction, 7¼ ounce, give or take. And then my Zeus Protection bath salts, 7¼ ounces, give or take. Okay. I try to keep everything as close to 7¼ If anything, I'll go over a little bit. But yeah, the details of the products are on the website, zenwithinme.com, or my Etsy shop, Zen Within Me, so you can read about it there. But just to give you a basic, like I said, the spell work has already gone into both the fragrance and the bath salts. So this is one of those lovely items that it's hidden in plain sight. You could just tell somebody, oh, it's just a perfume, but there's meaning behind it. Okay, so Nefertiti, this is for beauty, okay? And such. Read the details in the description, please. Okay, Enchanted, this is my money bath salts and money fragrance. Okay, so everything has been made during a specific time frame on a specific day with specific ingredients, and then the spell work was put into it in the meantime, or at the same time, I should say, while creating the products. Okay, so more stuff hidden in plain sight that's really going to help you boost your money, especially when you combine the two. So this is a great gift for yourself if you just, are looking to make some more money. And if you want to give it as a gift, you can do that as well. Okay, then we have here Goddess, which can you see on this side? No, not really. So let me show you here. Okay, Goddess bath salts, and this has some rose petals and other herbs and stuff in there. Same thing. Spell work is already done. Goddess fragrance, spell work is already done. This is for love and attraction. I also want to add, now I know a lot of people, they don't want to take baths. They don't like sitting in the tub and stuff like that. You can turn these bath salts into spiritual water. Okay, so these don't have to be strictly for a sit in the tub bath. You can actually take a portion of these bath salts and just dissolve it in water, and then you can just pour it on yourself in the shower as needed. Okay, and then you can really make it stretch that way if you want to use it that way instead. So it doesn't have to just be for a bath. You can dissolve a portion of it and use it as a rinse when you're in the shower. Okay, and then spray yourself with a perfume, love and attraction if you're trying to bring a person to you, or just love in general, or if it's self-love, if you just want to feel beautiful, you want to appear more beautiful, then use Nefertiti. Okay, and then if you feel that you strictly need some protection, then I say go with Zeus's protection bath salts. Again, same thing. You can do an actual sit in the tub bath with this, or you can dissolve some of it a little at a time and just pour it on yourself in the shower. Now, if you're going to do these as a spiritual rinse, I suggest that you do a cleansing in the shower, okay? And then use the rinse and pour it over yourself, and then get out of the shower and towel dry. So don't do it in the beginning and then you wash yourself. Make sure you've cleansed your body first, you've washed your body first, and then use the spiritual bath afterwards. Okay, so you just pour it on yourself, say your thank you, thank you, thank yous, get out of the shower, dry off, and you're good to go. Okay, same thing, use the fragrances whenever you want. Spell work is already done, so all you have to do is put it in your hands, and put your intention into it for whatever it is, depending on whatever it is that you purchased, and that's how you use it. It's that simple. So the spell work is already done. You just hold on to it, put your intention into it, and use as you wish. So bath salts or spiritual rinses, and then you can enhance the work with the fragrances. Great for you, great as gifts. The holidays are coming. Everybody is starting to make their purchases now. So so the fragrances are already on the website at the 50% off, which is $15 each. Like I said, these were $20. If you purchase them individually, then I have them at $15 each. So you got an extra $5 off for the bath salts. I may also add as a bundle pack in case, you want to get 2 purchases. I also have a coupon on the zenwithinme.com website, and I believe I have it on Etsy too, where you can just put 10 off. So if you want to do that, you can purchase the bundle pack and then use coupon 10 off at checkout, and you'll get 10% off as well. So this way, then if you're doing it that way, then it would be 15 and 15, it's 30 with the 10 off to save more money. Okay, so go check it out, zenwithinme.com, or my Etsy shop, Zen Within Me. All the links are down below in the description box. Peace and love, guys. Stay safe. And thank you for supporting my business. Take care.